have resulted from external interference, it is incumbent upon us leaders of the continent to uphold the letter and spirit with which these principles and decisions were adopted. Your Excellency, I have the honor to share with you an article I have written on the unconstitutional changes mentioned above. It is my hope that this article will stir positive debate amongst ourselves and guide us in solving the current inconsistencies in the application of the EU principles and decisions. Please accept, Your Excellency, the assurances of my highest consideration. The message ends. Senior Yai Kompin Aji Sohna Sanyang has sent a message of gratitude to the head of state and its states. Mr. President, thank you very much for all the efforts you have been rendering for this great country of ours, the Gambia. Mr. President, you truly are a patriot and a democrat. You are indeed a president among presidents. Your Excellency, the people of Latrikunda Yiringanya have the strong conviction that you are a champion of peace and that you always make sure that truth prevails. May Almighty Allah continue to give you knowledge and wisdom to continue to serve not only the Gambia, but humanity at large. It ends. The Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs this afternoon presided over the swearing-in ceremony of the new Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Mama Fatima Singate. The report will come in tomorrow's news bulletin. Since its founding in 1999, the University of the Gambia has been producing graduates in several disciplines. But now, it's time for the country's highest institution of learning to take on board a new batch of students. 565 new students on Sunday gathered for their first lecture, which touched on the do's and don'ts and the rigors of academic life. Mahmoud Bajan has more.
An orientation ceremony of the newest batch of the university at the UTG Brikama College campus. With a record admission of 565 students, the UTG class of 2017 is believed by many to be a unique and lucky group. It is the largest intake according to the deans of the different schools, including Dr. Abubakar Senghor, who urged the incoming students, particularly those reading law, to seriously abide by the rules of the institution. The UTG registrar underlined the importance of course registration. Gaining admission is just the beginning of an intensive 4-year journey, according to the university registrar, who advised students to register for courses before the deadline of October 4th. Describing the UTG as the hope and pride of the Gambia, Vice-Chancellor Professor Yusuf Akka congratulated the new students for making that decision.
I welcome you all to a place called often the UTG, where hope and history are forged into opportunities. Opportunities for you and your families, and in 4 years, inshallah, for the communities where you will build your adult lives, and for the many organizations, public, private, and businesses.
If you want to be successful in the University of the Gambia, I have just few words to leave you with. One thing is you must be hardworking, because you cannot be a lazy student and succeed in UTG here.
Only one student is admitted for chemistry, 4 students for physics, 6 for biology, 11 for agriculture, 19 for computer science, and 22 students are going for mathematics. Despite these discouraging figures, Vice-Chancellor Professor Carr clearly stated that the university standards, particularly its minimum entry requirements of 5 credits, including maths and English, will in no way be compromised. That's the latest intake of the UTG class of 2017, numbering 565. Their decision to enroll at the country's highest institution of learning is no doubt a right step, and as they embark on a 4-year academic journey, one can only hope that they follow in the footsteps of their predecessors and soon contribute to nation building. Modu Bajan, Grts.
The Independent Electoral Commission will conduct a National Assembly by-election for Kiang West constituency in the Rowa River region on Thursday, 5th December 2013, in accordance with Section 91, subsection 1D and subsection 3 of the 1997 Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia. A news release from the Electoral Commission reveals that the by-election is necessitated by the expulsion of Honorable Yaya Diba, the elsewhere National Assembly member of the said constituency from the APRC, under whose ticket he was elected to the National Assembly. The IEC was formally informed of the said vacant seat by the clerk of the National Assembly. This dispatch rather ends. Officials at Soma Major Health Center recently took delivery of an ambulance, a double cabin pickup, and other health-related materials. The package handed over to the beneficiary health facility by the Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Omar Sy, was procured by UNFPA and the head of state. Sameba has more.
To reduce maternal and child mortality to zero in line with the Vision 2020 and the Millennium Development Goals 4 and 5. The Ministry of Health and Social Welfare on Saturday took delivery of 2 vehicles, among them an ambulance and other health-related materials from a development partner and the United Nations Fund for Population Affairs. The assortment of items, including blood pressure machines, were provided by President Jammeh and mattresses, are intended to strengthen the newly constructed labor ward at Jara Soma Health Center, reduce maternal and child mortality in rural areas, as well as reduce heavily the number of referral cases from feeder health centers to referral hospitals.
Having an ambulance is a joy. Definitely it will drastically reduce the mortalities related to maternal and child health.
Now we are in the era of non-communicable disease. Hypertension has become a challenge, and the only way you can detect hypertension is through blood pressure check. So the provision of these over 1,000 BP machines to the which can be used even at the rural areas, hard to reach areas, I think is timely and it's a step in the right direction.
These much-needed equipment are said to be very scarce at the health center, given the high demand of healthcare delivery there. This comes at a time when health occupies a key priority on the Jammeh administration's development agenda, having already spent over a staggering $60 million on drugs in order to address all health-related issues across the country.
His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Chief Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Ejeje Jammeh, have put health services top of the government agenda. By doing that, he has tasked the former Minister of Health, who is now the Minister of Roads, Honorable Bala Gaba Jahompa, to scout for a gynecologist, and not only scouting for a gynecologist, which is a very rare commodity as far as the health profession is concerned, to be stationed in Summer Health Center, then ensure that it comes with a package. And one of the things that goes with that package is the availability of the ambulance to reduce referral, or to make sure that there's timely referral, the provision of that pickup to ensure that the doctor only don't stay in the health center, but will go around to other health facilities within the region to offer services to the people.
If you come to the side of the pregnant women, normally you have a condition called eclampsia. It is during this time that they start fitting because of raised blood pressure. The blood pressure is always high, and it is definitely timely that we receive the BP machine from His Excellency. During this period, normally pregnant women do have high blood pressure.
Research has proven that rural areas are the hardest hit when it comes to malaria, which is usually at its peak during the rainy season. At a time when most pregnant women suffer from high blood pressure and malaria, personnel of the Health Ministry were of the conviction that the arrival of the blood pressure machines could seriously address such a scenario at the regional levels. Samuel Ba, GRTS.
Limestone is a relatively cheap building material used by low-income earners to construct houses. The material is also used during the finishing stages to give walls a coat of paint. But how is this popular material made? Our reporter Rohibite watched local producers at Bantubuto, Kantora turn oyster shells to limestone.
Oyster shells after the removal of the oyster are of no use again, but people here at Batabutu Kantora are making good use of them by producing limestone out of the cells. Limestone